Hey, Leo Sun, Leo Rising. We're looking at the energy that's you're releasing in a very major way right now, and what major energy is coming in because of you releasing that energy. I'm going to be looking at the Leo Sun energy, which is going to be like the minor version of that energy because you've been kind of dealing with it for your life every once in a while, of what you're releasing and what you're bringing in. And then the Leo Rising energy, what's coming in, and maybe more, it's going to be more dramatic what you're releasing and bringing in because you've been feeling it strongly this past few years when this Scorpio Taurus eclipse cycles have been happening. They're closing out now, so this is happening in a very major way. May 2023, October 2023, up until spring 2024. You're going to see major versions of this energy. And I would listen to both because depending on where you are in your spiritual journey and just the things that you've been working on, you might be working on things out of order or whatever. The Leo Sun and the Leo Rising energy might resonate with you, so just stick with it. And then if Leo isn't your sign for rising or your sun sign, I would check out your rising sign and sun sign and mash the two together, what you're releasing and what's coming in, and you'll get a very, very specific detailed energy of what you've been releasing and what's going to be released in a major way in your life and what's going to be coming in a major way in your life. Okay, so what are you going to be releasing, Leo Sun? There's been a lot of like lies I'm getting. A lot of lies. I don't like it anymore. I don't like it anymore. This might be like, this is something major, like something you might have been like, I feel like you might have been like, not intentionally, but it kind of got out of control. About, I don't know, maybe you have like family or friends. I feel like this is more like long term, like the home that you've had, your roots, where you grew up, your family, your foundation has been kind of resonating with you less and less. Yeah, it's been preventing you, it's been blocking you from this energy, whatever energy is coming in, from coming in, like the next part of your life. It's been preventing you from good karma coming in. So I feel like something hasn't been resonating with you in terms of family, home, or your roots, your foundation. And it's been blocking you from a lot of manifestations. So you've been kind of, you've probably been kind of aware, if you're a Leo Sun, like this is something you've been kind of dealing with for for most of your life, and it's probably something that comes up once in a while. That's why it's like a minor energy, because this is something that you've probably been dealing with for a little bit. Page of Swords, like it's like you don't even like talk about it anymore, because like I feel like every time you talk about it with people, you have to start from like the beginning, and it's like kind of annoying. It's like, oh, you have to tell your whole life story to someone if they ask a specific question about your family or where you grew up, or where you're living right now, or your family life. It's like you feel like you have to explain everything to everyone when they ask, so like you stop talking about it altogether, because it's just like, and then you're just like, I'd rather just tell them like, oh, it's good, oh, my family's fine. Like now you're just like, you don't even care, like to tell everyone like, oh, well, this is my situation and this is what I've been dealing with. It's like you're so tired of it. Like, no, I'm not dealing with that right now. Hierophant, yeah, like certain traditions, maybe religion or a cultural like way of your upbringing, or something with your upbringing, maybe your parents' marriage, your grandparents' marriage, your own marriage, your past relationships, maybe past like your past in general, where you grew up or something. You're very private about it, And it's not like you haven't been open, but it's like every time you try to be open about it, like it's like you just like relive it. You have to like go into all the details, and then no one really understands it completely, and it's kind of annoying. So you just kind of decided to just like white lie about it and be like, yeah, everything's fine, or they're good, whatever, or yeah, my upbringing was fine, or you know, that situation with the family's okay, it's good, whatever. Rather than having to explain everything all the time. So you're releasing that. What about that are you releasing? Work event. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like a thing. It's like, okay, if you're at like a workplace and someone asks you like a personal question about like how you grew up or your family, or I don't know, something about your past, like you used to like kind of avoid it, or just give them like a one worded answer, one sentence answer, and it's like you don't want to bring it up over and over again. Reconciliation. But I'm getting, you might have like reconciled with that part of yourself. You might not feel like you're reliving this over and over again. You might have been like you might have had a hard time accepting your past, or accepting your family situation, or your home situation currently or in the past, and you've recently kind of released this energy and reconciled with that part of yourself, and realize like, you know, this is always going to be a part of your story, and something with rest, like something like you put it to peace, you put it away, you're at peace, you're at rest with it. Shift your focus. Yeah, I feel like it used to be kind of like something like triggering, or something like worrisome, like I hope no one asks me about this. And you know what happens when you constantly fear someone asking you a specific question? You're gonna see it more in your life, right? Through people at work, through people you just met, friends of friends at events and such. Like something, if it's on your mind constantly, like I hope no one asks me about my past, I hope no one asks me about my family or my work situation, guess what's gonna happen? More people are gonna ask you about it, right? So like you've learned to kind of shift your focus and be like, you've learned to kind of not dread it. And that's why that energy is finally put to rest, finally released. Not many people are going to ask you about it anymore, and you don't feel like you have to lie about it, or have to like tell every person that asks, like, you've reconciled that part of yourself. You're okay with where you are with your family and how you grew up, or your home situation, or your past, or whatever. So you finally release that energy. Leo Sun. How does this energy look more intensely for my Leo risings? How does this energy look for you, this energy that you've been releasing? Specifically mother energy, or if you are a mother, or if you are married to someone who is the mother of your children, or have a relationship with someone who is the mother of your children. Being a mother, your grandmother, someone who's around you who's a new mother, or has been a mother that you have, like, you know, maybe you don't like the way that they're mothering or something. Yeah, but some sort of mother energy. Wow, it's very, very big right now. Specifically for you, Leo rising. Didn't get enough love from your mother. Maybe you had the issue with that, like you never, really got attention from your female teachers or from your friends. You never got the nurturing energy from your friends, your girlfriends, or your sister, or your grandmother, or just the general like feminine, nurturing, caring energy from anybody. I feel like you're just like, this is something that's come up for you, Leo rising, specifically in the past few years. That's why it's like so much at the forefront of your mind right now, where it's like, you know, I never really got that nurturing mother energy in the more healed and appropriate way that I needed. And, you know, maybe that brought up a little bit of fear with like, what if my mother or grandmother or my, you know, this nurturing, caring person in your life passes away? Who else do I have to take care of me in that way? Or they're the only person I know. Am I going to be a good mother or wife? Or if you're a male, am I going to be able to take care of my kids, nurture them in the way that they need, love them in the way that they need, be sensitive to their emotional needs, things like that? That's coming up. That's been a very big thing. And keeping these things kind of more private, not being able to talk to other people about it. This is something going on internally that you had to release for yourself. I'm getting, and you've released this energy of, am I going to be enough? Am I going to get enough love? Am I going to be able to nurture and care and give enough love? And am I going to get and receive enough care, love, and nurturance? This has been a big fear of yours, Leo rising, and you have released this, I'm getting, because you're like, yeah, I am good where I am now. I'm in a really good spot of giving love and receiving love, and it's only going to get better. Okay, so what you've been releasing, Leo rising? Ace of Swords. And speaking about it, like, if someone asks you a question about being nurtured and cared for and loved, and being a nurturing, caring, and loving person, you're able to answer it without being embarrassed, without being like not having confidence in this. You're like, you know, I'm good where I'm at, and I'm learning more each day, and I'm confident I'll, like, you know, I'll learn what I need to learn, and have what it takes to enter a good relationship, or enter a good family situation, or enter a good home situation, and you know, be able to have good emotional roots put down, having the right people in my life, like, and stuff like that. Okay, so what have you released, Leo rising? Yeah, it's a stability and security thing. Yeah, like there's like a little fear or trauma, emotional investments. I'm getting, like, did you have the right emotional people? Do you have the right people emotionally investing in you when you were growing up? In your recent past, in the past few years, this might have come to the forefront of your priorities. Like, you know, like, am I investing in the right people? Do I have the right people emotionally investing in me? This has been a real good, honest topic of conversation. You might have realized, like, hey, it's okay if I don't have the best relationship with my family or my upbringing or my home. It is what it is. And a lot of you are ready to kind of release what connection you had negatively to these people or these places and these memories, and to build new ones with the same people, places, and memories, or with new people, places, and memories. So there's a lot of emotional healing that went on for Leo rising. So Leo rising, what is coming in a very big way, because you've done a lot of this releasing work? What is coming in for you in a very big way because you did a lot of work? In the very immediate future, I'm getting, it's building up a lot of confidence. I feel like you've been fighting yourself with, like, your emotional needs, feeling like you needed to go outside of yourself to receive that. and being emotionally strong enough to know that you don't need the people from your past, you don't need the people currently in your life. That you have the amount of love, courage, inspiration, nurturance, and self-care for yourself to achieve whatever you want. But because of that, you're probably getting a lot of positive energy in your job, your career, your finances. Usually these two things are linked: family life and career. And dealing with your family and friends and your past and your roots emotionally, it might not make sense, but it's giving you opportunities in your career, your long-term goals, giving you more structure and in your life, because you have confidence, you have emotional confidence that you can nurture yourself, that you can take care of yourself, that you can love yourself, and that you don't need anyone from your past or your present. But you have confidence that you are attracting people in your life that you can share this nurturing, caring, loving energies with, and someone who's on emotional same level as you, whether it's romantic partner or colleagues or friends. You have the confidence that you can invest in the right people emotionally now, which is somehow giving you the energy of clarity in terms of your work. Oddly enough, yeah, you're making great strides. It's been holding you back. I feel like the lack of emotional security and nurturance and love was holding you back from achieving big things in your career and your goals and your long-term goals. And releasing that energy, healing that energy, is bringing in, surprisingly, really good energy. The High Priestess, yeah, the Hanged Man in reverse, the High Priestess. Huge amount of clarity in your career. You might be getting noticed a lot. Your reputation, your popularity, your fame, your public image is rising. And it's because of your emotional security and stability in yourself. Wow. Big things. Yeah, what are you bringing in? Inspiration. You're a huge inspiration to other people. This, I cannot emphasize enough how much this emotional stability and security that you have brought into yourself by releasing whatever was blocking you in the past is bringing you a bit of I don't need anybody. I can do anything on my own. I can reach for the highest stars by myself. And because of that, you're bringing in a lot of eyes on you. You're bringing in a lot of people who want that as well. You know how before you were telling yourself, Leo-san, that I don't want people to ask me about my family life, my home life, my past, my roots, and stuff like that. And that brought in more of that. You having Leo rising, you having a lot of confidence in that you have enough love for yourself that you can give to others, which is a very hard thing for Leos to do, right? Because you like that playful, charismatic energy, but I feel like you Leo rising, you might have lost a little bit of that in the past few years, and it was a very big thing that you had to confront. And now, something you enjoy, you are getting that popularity and fame, that confidence back. It's the emotional confidence that Leos need the most, right? That brings out this charismatic, very fun, enjoyable, childlike energy out there that attracts a lot of people, that gets a lot of eyes on you, and that you're very, very good in. You're very well versed in. It's like something that was like a bit of you that was lost recently that you're bringing back. Leo Sun, this is something you might have, that you kind of work on throughout your life. This kind of energy of, self-image and self-confidence, self-love. So it might be peaking its head out around this time, and the way you'll see good energy coming in for you is through friends. I feel like you might have been surrounded by a lot of people that you have to be around, like family that you have to be around, past friends, weddings, and people you don't even talk to anymore. You have to be around because there's a reunion and that you're part of that group. You have to show your face, maybe a work situation that you have to be around. So it wasn't very, like, you might have been still being your very Leo self, but it was around people that like you felt like you couldn't be your true self around, that you had to lie a little bit, or you kind of had to tell a half truth because like you didn't want to explain your whole story to them. And now you're actually getting into that energy of bringing in those very true, friendly, very positive people that actually get you, and that you feel more happy to be around, people you actually want to be around. Those energies. Lovers card. Oh wow. You might even be bringing in really, really good romantic partner in your life right now, if you're not already in one. If you're in one already, it's probably coming back to the forefront because you might have been so distracted by work and obligations, like people that you have to be around, that you're now entering a time where you're around people that you want to be around, and people who really get to who really know you and we really get to have fun with. Those energies are coming in for you, Leo Sun. The World card, yeah, and it came out in hand. It's like this is the energy you love. This is the energy you love to be in. It's like you thrive on this energy and you're reveling in it. This is a really joyous time for you, Leo Sun. The Tower in reverse, so I feel like it might be unexpected for you, Leo Sun and Leo Rising, that you might go ahead and pull the trigger on some sort of unexpectedly on some situation, a business project, buying a home, some sort of investment. Because again, we're still dealing with like the incoming energies. It's like this Taurus energy, right? Because we're dealing with the Taurus Scorpio eclipses, and we have the Taurus eclipse in October still coming through 2023. And so, this is still dealing with like your, Scorpio, like a little bit of the fear and trauma that you're releasing at this time. And Taurus, your basic necessities as a human and what you need for security coming in. So I feel like you have you're having more time with your friends and your partner, and you're feeling so good that you might be able to pull the trigger or make a decision on some sort of business, or on maybe if buying a building for your business, or going forward with a project for work, maybe even having a child or having another child, moving home, something that you have expertise in. You're deciding to go forward with some sort of investment or some sort of something that you know really well. You're like, yeah, like I'm feeling good. I have the time, energy, and the money. Like I can do this right now. This is something I want to spend my energy and time on. So you might be going into something like that, Leo Sun. Confidence. Look at that. Yeah, you have a lot of confidence, and you feel like, yeah, I can. You know, you have the right energies around you. You're feeling good. You're feeling on top of the world, Leo Sun, because you dealt with this energy, so that you can bring in this like project or extra thing, and related to your work or long-term project, or something you want to work on long-term. It could be like partnership, or a child or a pet or something, but it most likely will be something related to a business or work or career, but something long-term for sure. Something that you have expertise in, maybe going in on a hobby or investment that you have expertise in, or have a good reputation of knowing really well, or something like that. A trip or something, I don't know. Something along those lines. Okay, so let's wrap us up with the main energies for Leo Sun, Leo Rising. You've been releasing and bringing in King of Water, King of Cups. Yeah, look, the King, Queen, and Knight of Cups. For Leo Rising especially. Leo Sun might have felt a little bit of this, but Leo Rising, this is kind of like your major life theme that you see it come through once in a while. But this energy of having self-love and confidence in yourself, being able to love and care for other people. You know, you like doing nice things for other people. You like being an inspiration. You like being, the life of the party. To have meaningful relationships as well. Just because you're life for a party doesn't mean you constantly want to have people around you that like are vampiring off your energy. Sometimes you want people who also give good energy back around you. And it's just kind of getting back into that heart-centered place where you have emotional confidence, because you can take care of yourself, you can love yourself, and enough to give out there. And that's when you're on top of the world, right? Flexible and poised, yeah. We're very like cards of presenting well. You have this presence about you, Leo Sun, Leo Rising, and like when you are feeling at your best, you feel like you can't do any wrong. Like you just the way you point at people is beautiful. The way you move groceries is beautiful. The way the way you act silly is perfect. The joke lands perfectly. The way you accidentally trip and fall, like land on the couch, makes everyone laugh and join in on like the serendipitous way you move, the charismatic way you are, just making everything work to your benefit. Just every move you make, just being like you meant it that way, and it's perfect. And it's just, you're in the zone. You're in the zone, Leo Sun, Leo Rising. I communicate with ease and grace. Yeah. People are willing to embrace what I have to say. Yeah. You might have gotten into this energy, Leo Sun, where it felt like you I don't know, somehow recently, like you kept saying things you didn't mean, or you kept like cutting yourself off because you kept getting into a territory you didn't want to talk about, or a topic you didn't really know too much about, or you felt kind of like out of the loop or out of sync sometimes. And because you're in this confidence now, like you're in that ease and flow, like you're a natural, wonderful self, Leo. And Leo Rising, I feel like you might have been kind of Let's see this energy. This is you. The Six of Wands. Especially in the second decan, Leo. You kind of, Leo rising, you just kind of off your game, and now you're confident more than ever. Creative arts. You're able to give your soul what it needs. You know, whatever creative pursuits, whatever, I'm getting self-love, self-care. And I feel like you were like, oh, why did I think I needed to rely on my partner or my friends or this group or something? And you're like, I always relied on myself. Why did I forget that? And once you brought that back into yourself, you're like, okay, nothing can stop me from soaring as high as I can go. And then what comes in for you, Leo rising? Service to others, charity work, helping. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're bringing in a lot of like long-term goals that you want to achieve in this lifetime, related to your career or your soul mission. And current love interest, current partner, and it felt enhanced. So I feel like you're going to be working very closely with a love partnership in terms of your long-term goals and in specifically career. So you're going to be doing work with them. And if you with your current life partner or the person coming in, and it's going to be, if it's a current life partner, if you're already with this person, like, it's like a renewed energy where this gives birth to this new major soul mission, major life goal. If you don't have a life partner, this person's coming in. It's coming in, and they're gonna come in through work that really deeply resonates with you. All right. So if you're not a Leo sun and Leo rising, I would find your rising sign or your sun sign and mash the energy that you're releasing and the energy that you're coming in with this one, and you'll get a very specific, very detailed energy of what you're releasing right now and what's coming in for you. It's going to be like on the nose, so specific, so perfect for you. All right, and with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. Much love and light.